how to do transcription from home. And if you do want to learn more about working from home, please visit our free vacourse.com, which will teach you how to become a virtual assistant, how to start working from home. Once again, please hit the share button. So now let's dive into the topic, how to do transcription from home. But first of all, let's go ahead and answer, what does a transcriptionist do? What does a transcriptionist actually do? Well, a transcriptionist will turn what we call audio files, right? So we have audio files, not necessarily music, even though I'm drawing a musical note over here, into, what it's going to do is going to turn audio files into text. That's what a transcriptionist does. Let me adjust the mic over here. Turn audio files into text. So if you have, different people talking, there's an audio file, and there's somebody talking, a couple of people talking. What you're going to do is you're going to listen to that. This is you wearing a headset. You're going to listen to that and type it on your computer to turn it into a text file. And there are lots of jobs. There are lots of jobs open for this. In fact, if you listen to my interview with Phoenix Jackson or Phoenix Dewyan, Jackson Dewyan, you'll hear that this is transcription work is how he started in freelancing, and he still does it every now and then. Now, what is transcriptionist work used for? Transcription is used when you're, let's say, for videos. Let's say there's a YouTube video of somebody talking. You can turn that into text. You can turn that into a PDF, a Word document, a PDF, or just plain text. You can also use it for podcasts. This is the RSS symbol. You can use it for podcasts, for interviews, and it's also very, very used in the medical field and in the legal fields as well. For medical, like doctors, sometimes during operations, they talk about what they're doing. And the transcript of that, there's a recording. So while they're doing surgery, there's a recording, and that's useful for a lot of studies as well, and a lot of reviews. So that's very important for the medical field. For the legal field as well, there are cases, and there are recordings of that, and there are also lawyers that take notes on their audio recorders, and businessmen that take notes on their audio recorders. So there are a lot of uses for transcription work, and there will always be a pretty high demand for transcription work. Okay, so what does a transcriptionist, is a very long word here, transcriptionist, I'll just use T, do? What does a transcriptionist actually do? Like I said, they turn audio files into text files, and they use certain tools as well. They use certain tools, right? They use certain tools. They could be using, on the very basic, they could use a word processor just to type in, and they could use anything to play audio files. That's it. So you play audio files and you type in the word processor. But there are actually better ways of doing that nowadays. So our recommendations for the tools is let's see, a transcriptionist tool. Oh, let me open my pen here. A transcription tool. A period, that's transcription. That's short for transcription. Transcribing tool such as ExpressScribe. You can download this on your computer, and it will help you. And there is an online tool called oTranscribe. oTranscribe will help. It's an online tool to help you out. And what these tools do, what these two tools do, is that when you are playing the audio file, you're trying to type in what they're saying in the audio file, you can slow it down, and instead of it going fast, you can slow it down so that it's easier for you to type, and then you pause it and then you play it again, slow it down so that it's a lot easier for you to type. Aside from a transcription tool, you should also have a pretty good headset, a headset that will let you listen and focus to whatever's being said. So that you don't, there's always background noise. And in the Philippines, if you're watching from the Philippines, there are like chickens in the background, there are dogs in the background, there are the neighbors, there's karaoke, there's the cars. So a good headset that will let you focus. If you can get a noise canceling headset, but those are pretty expensive. But if you do this full time, then a noise canceling headset is a good investment to make. Also, if you are recording, let's use purple here. If you're recording if you're recording shorter videos, shorter and clearer videos, I'm running out of space here. What you can do is you can get some hardware. If you have shorter and clearer videos, as long as the audio is very clear, you can get what we call a virtual audio cable and a dictation tool. And what this will allow you to do is from the audio, it's going to automatically transcribe for you, but it's not 100%. So you still want to double check. If you use a virtual audio cable and dictation tool, you still want to double check that the transcription is accurate. So you want to listen to yourself and make corrections. Another tool, let's see, we're running out of space here. So let me erase this. Okay, let's erase that. Erase. Another tool that you can use is for spell checking. Okay, spell checking. This is very important. Spelling and grammar. Spelling and grammar, they should be accurate in the transcription. Sometimes even if the actual conversation is not accurate, you should be accurate with your spelling and grammar. And you can use tools such as Grammarly. Grammarly is a good tool to use to double check your spelling and to double check your grammar. And lastly, if you're also going full-time with transcription, just like a noise canceling headset, we have a foot pedal. And what a foot pedal does, you press on it just like they have on the keyboards. They have that foot pedal. What a foot pedal does is when you press the foot pedal, you can stop and play the audio, so that you don't have to click pause and play with your mouse. You can just have it on the keyboard. You can use a foot pedal and just press on it with your foot, and that would really help you out. If you're doing transcription more on a full-time basis. So this is what I would recommend. Okay, so let's go here. Let's take a look at transcription. There are people, transcription step by step. Okay, so let's look at transcription step by step, one step at a time. So the first step is you listen to the files, and then you transcribe. This is actually very easy. You transcribe. So you start typing in what you're hearing, what people are hearing. The third step is you can slow down if needed, slow down the audio file, and you can use this with the tools I mentioned earlier, like Express Scribe and O-Transcribe. Number 4 is you want to double check. Double check spelling and grammar. Number 5 is you want to format it properly. Okay, and by formatting, the bold, put colons, like if you have the speaker's name, you put a colon and then type, and then you have a new paragraph, and using the use of paragraph, use of bold, use of bigger fonts, smaller fonts, that's all formatting. And the companies usually have their own formatting guides. So you want to make sure that you follow the correct formatting guide. And once you're done with that, you can send the transcription to the client for them to check. Okay, most Filipinos in transcription make a mistake with the spelling and grammar. So it is very important for you to double check that. And in fact, I've seen people make up words that don't exist. They just type them in because that's what they heard. Please double check. Make sure that the word exists. Make sure that it's the correct spelling before you submit your work, or you could get bad feedback. If you want to learn more about, if you want to learn more about transcription, we do have some information on the website as well. But I do want to answer some concerns here, like why become a transcriber? Why become a transcriptionist? Why would you become one? What are the reasons why you become a transcriptionist? Well, you can earn 40 cents to 80 cents per minute that you transcribe. This is not per minute of work, okay? This is per minute of audio, per minute of the audio file that you're going to transcribe. So it could take you 2 minutes, it could take you 5 minutes. Sometimes the audio is very bad and they have very thick accents, like maybe an Indian, an Australian, or a British accent, or even a Russian accent, and it might take you longer. So that can be that's like the difficulty of transcribing. Okay. So you can earn pretty good, you know, if you're very good at listening, you're very good at hearing accents, and you're very fast at typing, then you can actually make a lot of money doing transcription. There are lots of jobs. Also, the second reason is there are lots of jobs for transcription. You will never run out of jobs for transcription. There will always be people in the medical field who will need this, people in the legal field who will need this. There will always be businessmen who need this. There will always be interviews. There will always be podcasts that need transcription. So you'll never run out of jobs to do with transcription. And it's actually easier than most jobs, because all you have to do is listen and type. You don't need to learn WordPress. You don't need to learn SEO or social media. All you do is listen and type, and it depends on your listening skills then. Let me draw an ear here. This is an ear, by the way. It depends on your listening skills more than anything else. Does that look like an ear to you? Here. It depends on your listening skills, so it's a lot easier unless you have listening problems. Okay, so let's go ahead and ask the reverse question. Why not become a transcriptionist? Why not become a transcriptionist? Well, a couple of reasons. The job itself can get boring. You know, it can get very boring. If you're the kind of person that likes exciting work and that likes moving from different things, transcription can get boring because you're just sitting there, you're listening to somebody talking, and I don't know about you, but when somebody's just talking and I'm sitting there listening, you might get sleepy and fall asleep, like this guy over here who fell asleep. That's me doing transcription. If you're not a very fast typist, the pay is low. The pay is low compared to other jobs. The pay really is low because it doesn't require you to learn other things. It doesn't require you to be an expert in other areas. The pay is generally lower than most, but you can make more money if you type very fast, if you listen very well, if you can decipher accents. But in general, the pay is low. And lastly, room for growth, like getting promotions and stuff, is very low as well, because if you're a transcriptionist, there's not really more that you can do. You can't really grow. Maybe you can manage or teach other transcriptionists. That's probably the most you can do, but there's not really a lot of growth in this area, unfortunately. Okay, let me just look here at the comments. Oh, that looks like we're doing okay. Another question here that you might have is where to find jobs. That's a pretty important question, right? Where to find jobs. We have different places where you can find jobs. There's always Upwork. We always know about Upwork. There's onlinejobs.ph. There are these sites which are general for freelancers, and we have sites specifically for transcribing, such as GoTranscript, Transcribe Me, and something like Scribey. And there are a lot more sites out there, but these are just some of the bigger sites for you to find transcription jobs. Now, if you want to learn more about working from home, learn more about working from home, then I'd like to direct you to our free course. This is a free course that you can take, freevacourse.com. All right, so if you want to learn more about working from home, which includes transcription, as well as other things like virtual assistant work and related tasks, just head over to freevacourse.com to get our free course. All right, let's see if you guys have any questions. Good morning, good morning. And guys, please, once again, share this with your family and friends who benefit from learning about, getting these kind of jobs that they can do from home as long as they have the internet and maybe a headset. Hannah, no, it's not brain draining. It can get boring. Yes, it's simple. It's easy to do. Michelle, Delamita, good morning. Well, transcription it's a good place to start if you're looking for work from home. But if you do start with transcription, I recommend going into other areas as well, because transcription, once again, it can get boring. It can get stagnant if you're just listening and if you're just sitting there. Imagine sitting there listening to somebody's voice. There's nothing wrong with that work. But for me, just in my opinion, it can get boring. So we don't have any questions about transcript. Oh, okay, there we go. There is a question from Christine. What transcription job pays the highest? What transcription job pays the highest? So there's legal, there's legal transcription where the lawyers, you help them out. There's medical, which obviously the doctors. There's business. I'm just gonna draw like a bank. There's business, and so on. Well, if you are looking for a transcription job that pays the highest, you're going to go into medical transcription. Let me use another color there to differentiate it. You're going to go into medical transcription. That's where really the money is. You can make a lot of money with medical transcription, but the reason why is because they use words that we don't normally use in the English language, like, I know like cardiovascular and cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and mitochondria, and they use these different words that we're not familiar with. And if you're doing medical transcription, some of it, sometimes you even need a license to do it, because you need to know these words. You have to study, you have to take a test, and you have to get licensed to really do medical transcription because of these medical terms. If you come from a nursing or a medical background, then good for you. You know all these different things. Like Phoenix told me he was here, the spine position. It was an Australian, so it was like the spine position. So bad Australian accent. And the doctor was actually saying supine, but he was saying it quickly, so spine, and he was Australian. So you have to know these terms. He had to Google it to realize it was supine and not spine. But medical really is the top. Legal, I'd say, is the second highest. But once again, there are terms there, de facto partnership and ad hoc, and they use Latin terms in the legal field. So you have to be familiar with these terms, but that you can actually earn pretty well doing transcription in these areas compared to business and other terms where you don't really need to know medical law stuff because they just talk normally, not normal. I don't want to use a different term, but yes, these two fields pay the highest. If you're a fast typer, how much can you earn? You can earn usually between 40 and 80 cents per transcription minute, okay? 40 to 80 cents per minute of audio. Okay, so if you're transcribing a 10-minute audio file, then that can be $4 to $8. How long is it going to take you to transcribe a 10-minute audio file? That really is up to you, to how fast you type, to how well you listen, to how good the audio file is. I know some people can even earn more than $1 per minute, but that is very rare. Most of the time, it's between 40 cents and 80 cents per minute, sometimes even less than 40 cents. But once again, it really depends. Okay, yes, transcription is good for newbies who wants to have their first work in Upwork, like you before. Was it for WFHR? Or like we offer transcription jobs to our students as well, our students in the VA bootcamp. But yeah, it is good for newbies because it's easy to do, and it's just there to get some experience working online first before you do other things. How much can you earn in an 8-hour work? Once again, it depends on how fast do you work. If you can transcribe 10-minute audio in, let's say, 30 minutes, which is already pretty fast, then you earn $8 per 30 minutes, and that's $16 per hour. I'm doing math here. 8 times 16, you can earn like 8, 16, 24, $104 per day, I guess, but that's crazy if you can do that. Masakit sa tenga accents, nakakaburuyong din, maihahagis mo headset sa inis. Yeah, some of the accents are very Indian. How to do, hello, sir, I'd like to help you. And if they're doing medical, they're talking medical stuff and they have this accent, just makes it worse. How to start a transcription job for no experience? Myra, good question here. If you have no experience, my recommendation is to check out our free course because it's made for people like you who have no experience working online, and it will introduce you to the different things with working online. Go to freevacourse.com. I started as a transcriber. I started as a transcriber. Allow sa start kasi easy money. Easy money, yes, but it's not a lot of money. Easy, a little bit of money. Charmaine, I'm a newbie and thinking of starting my freelancing career in transcribing. Do you think it's a good idea? It's really up to you. I wouldn't recommend it if you really want to grow in your freelancing career. It's okay to just to get some experience, I'd say. So you can start there. But if you really want to earn like 50,000 a month or 100,000 a month, then you'd have to start looking elsewhere outside transcription. Christine, I've done transcription work in the past. It can get challenging, especially with the quality of the audio and the accent of the person speaking. I agree. The audio, sometimes the person's outside and there's wind and there are cars. And if you're transcribing something like in a typical Filipino household where you used to live before, there are like chickens in the background, there's karaoke, and if you're trying to transcribe with all these noises, and plus you have like a very Bisaya accent, and you're saying, hello, sir, yes, I'd like to help you, that thing over there, and it's hard. Anyhow, Christine, what was the tool you mentioned earlier to transcribe the audio? The one that automatically transcribes, you're going to use a dictation tool. I think Dragon Tools was one of the, but you have to pay for it. I forgot how much it was. Marilyn de la Peña, hi, morning, watching from Laguna. Hello. All right, it seems that we don't have any other questions. Guys, once again, I'd really appreciate if you share this with your family and friends. You want more people to know about working from home. We want more people to know about working from home, and this is one of the ways to do it. So please share this video. Hit the share button. It's right below this video. There's a share button right next to the like button, or two places away from the like button. You can see the share button. So hit the share button. Share this with your family and friends so that they'll learn more about transcription. They'll learn more about working from home, for their own benefit. All right. It doesn't seem like it can. Yeah, there's another comment. It can be challenging too if there are multiple speakers. I agree. If there are multiple people talking and sometimes they overlap, you're not sure who said what, and then they talk at the same time. So it's kind of harder. Okay. Thank you guys for joining us. Cebu people, please attend the meetup this Saturday, 10 o'clock in the morning. Everyone watching, you can head over to the free VA course. If you want to learn more about working from home, just head over to freevacourse.com so that you can get started working from home, even if you don't have any experience. And share this video with your family and friends. Once again, that reminder, because I'm not seeing that many shares yet. So please share this video. All right. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Bye and have a good day.